Hi, I'm Greg from RVH Lifestyles. What we do at RVH Lifestyles is we take these highway tractors, these traditionally Volvo semis, and convert them to pull really big RV fifth wheel trailers. The purpose of my video today is I want to show you something pretty cool. This particular Volvo RV hauler that we've created is heading to Pennsylvania, actually this week. And before it leaves, I want to show my customers really quickly a pre-delivery video of how their Volvo looks just before we hit the road, just to make sure that nothing is missed. But something really cool about this particular RV hauler is it has our hydraulic bed, the Phoenix bed. And I'm going to do right away, I'm going to do a demo of how that works and what it does. At RVH, we build two kinds of beds. The ones you see in the background there, you can see a smart car on the back of one of the RV haulers, that one's named Vic, is we use ramps to either drive our ATVs or our golf carts or our smart cars up, or we use a winch to slowly pull them up the ramps. Or an alternative that we build is what we call our Phoenix bed. Now this is something we've been building for a number of years, and instead of having ramps extend out here, we have a hydraulic system. Now there's two controls for it. There's one that's a remote. There's also a wired system in case you ever lose the remote or your battery dies. So we have two motions that the bed goes through. We lift it up and then we roll it off. And I'm going to run just one of the systems at a time. So the hydraulics and the whole AutoCAD design of this has been engineered for 3,200 pounds. It's well beyond what we tend to put up here, like a smart car that's approaching 2,000 pounds, or an ATV, or a three-wheeler, or a motorcycle, maybe your Harley. People that don't want to run their equipment up a ramp, this is a great alternative. So the first motion we go through is we get this so that the rear arms that you see in the back, we get those about vertical. So now that we've got the bed tilted, we're going to run the sled off next. And what we've engineered into this is a really big leading roller. So even if you're on grass like this, that's fairly well compacted, it's got to be a good surface. Gravel works fine. Again, as long as it's compacted, if it's really loose, this can tend to dig in. So what we will do instead is I'll just take maybe some 1x4s and I'll put them down on the ground as runners to run them across. So we're going to run this all the way out. So it's got limit switches so that when it gets to the end, it can't go any further. And then we'll do the final dip down. So the height here above ground is about 14 inches. The leading edge is about a 2.5, 2 3/4 inch leading edge. So it's easy to drive whatever you want up on the bed. Now, so you strap down what you're going to be using. We've got D-rings, we've got different chalk positions that we can put up here. So new smart cars, old smart cars, Harley Davidsons, or your Goldwing, any of our treasures can be loaded up on here. Then what we do, I'm going to take you through a load that's a little bit quicker. I'm going to run two of the systems at the same time. So I'm going to bring the sled in, I'm going to roll it in, but I'm also going to tilt it up at the same time. So if you have your stopwatches running here, so pull the sled all the way in, we'll drop it down, and last thing to do is lock it up. So the whole bed is key to like. This door is locked, as well as all of our storage compartments around the truck. Now that we've got everything locked up, let me take you on a tour around this 2011 Volvo. The model, by the way, is a 670, so it's a little bit shorter sleeper. Still the full height, so we've got the table and the workstation in the back. But the 670 just keeps our rig length down a little bit. But I'll take you on a tour around this one and point out some of the unique features that our customers have asked us to implement. Starting at the front, we've got what we call a moose bumper. So this is really the heaviest duty aluminum bumper that's designed to protect the front of the truck from forward collisions with wildlife, so moose or antelope or deer or anything of that size, such as an elk. These ones stand up. We've added, for safety, the hood mirrors. We've upgraded headlights to xenon, so they're really bright and well lit at night. We had some upgrades to just add a little bit more shine. We've put some new chrome backs, new windshields. The entire truck has been cut and polished, so you can't really tell from the video, but it feels great. We've got Michelin, so name brand steer tires. You'll see we've done a few little chrome treatments, with our RVHaulers toe kicks. Underneath the hood, we've got 500 horsepower. And something else that we've done in the drivetrain is certainly we've maintained it. So we've done oil changes on the transmission. We've also upgraded the rear end ratio on this particular Volvo. So this used to be a 3.42 rear end ratio. Both of our customers, being engineers, ran some very interesting numbers, and we changed out the rear end ratio to a 2.67. So this guy is set up to run at about 65, 68, 70 miles an hour right in the sweet spot. So he's got really good fuel efficiency at that speed. Of course, he can run up faster if you want to. But one of the real advantages to changing out that rear end ratio is not only the fuel economy, but the long-term wear on the engine. What's interesting is if you were driving just 10, 15,000 miles per year, and we look at the RPMs that are saved, there are millions and millions of RPMs. Now, it depends on the ratio that you use, so I'm not going to quote exact numbers here, but in this case, we were in the tens of millions of RPMs saved by changing that rear end ratio. What it also does is, because the engine is turning over just a little bit slower, we're saving on the wear on things like the air conditioning compressor, the fan hub, the alternator, the water pump, all of those things, air compressor, all of those things that are tied to the RPM of the engine are running slower. So I'll get you a little bit closer and we'll show you some other things. So I already took you on a tour of the bed and how that functions. This particular unit is not getting a drum box, but what we did is, just to clean up the back of the sleeper, that's actually box liner, like a Line-X type of material, and it's paint matched to the truck. So we sandblasted the back of the sleeper, and we just ended with the Line-X material, the box liner right there, and that's the original paint. So we've got fuel efficient tread rear tires, mud flaps, all the storage boxes, as I mentioned, are all keyed alike. We've got our traditional bed design here on the back with the angled LED lights, and you'll see we've got clearance and marker lights on all the corners to the right color and specification. We've got glad hands just in case in the future if the customers go to a trailer that is enabled with a blue dot or air brake over electric system. We've got one of our favorite hitches in there. This one happens to be the ET hitch that's manufactured in Florida. We've got a really, really heavy class bumper pull. So that bumper pull system has actually got 1/2-inch shear plates that go up to the frame. It's super strong, so you can pull big stuff with that. In here we have our pull-out ladder system. And there is a grab handle that goes in here, so you can hold on to that while you're going up on the bed. Nice chrome caps. One of the other things we did while we were at it, we took the fuel tank that used to extend, you can see it ends right there, it used to come back into this space. So what we did is we took that fuel tank, put a new filler in the back. Of course, we emptied it, steamed it, re-welded, and pressure tested this fuel tank with the new cap. Moved everything forward. We had the space in this one to allow us to put in a really big cavernous toolbox right there forward of the axle, using every possible inch that we could. Remember, this space is occupied by a lot of the hydraulic arms and a lot of the hydraulic system, so that box couldn't go quite as high. I'll take you inside quickly to show you some of the things we did. We rebuilt these seats. We got a little piece of fuzz there, but this is all new fabric that nicely matches the interior. We went with a two-tone. The seats have been rebuilt as well for foam. We've got just a temporary seat cover on that one. We're getting ready to drive, and we've got our minimizer form-fitting floor mats in here. We've got our tire pressure monitoring system. I don't have it stuck on the window. Sorry, I was washing the window, but that will go on the window. It's monitoring the tire pressure of the truck right now, and we have an additional 6 sensors for the trailer. When we get it there, we'll configure those. We have a Garmin speed aware or speed knowledgeable dash camera. Got a Garmin GPS for our trip. We've got, sorry, I got a few little wires and things dangling around here, but just for our trip, we've got a cell phone charger. So this 2011 has about 515,000 miles on it, so it was just out of warranty. But what we added is an aftermarket warranty. So this one has an engine, transmission, rear end warranty, including the emission systems and the turbo. It's all covered. It's a national warranty. We've got a, I'm not going to take the plastic off yet. We'll let that happen when we get to the customer, but we've got a camera that monitors our hitch point. We upgraded this particular stereo to a Sirius satellite ready system, so no need for an external dock for satellite radio. This one's got it built in. We put a lot of our expansion of power outlets in here. Nice high-end CB radio from Cobra. And coming around, I'll just go nice and slow. So there's our refrigerator. There's a little pull-out drawer there, tabletop. And we've got a microwave. And of course, this is a non-smoking interior, really clean. Finding the tidy specimens is a challenge, but we're pretty practiced at finding them. So it's got the table and workstation in the back. We also upgraded the flooring, so we created a flat surface underneath here, and this is actually vinyl. I think it matches and goes really well with the color scheme. So you can spill water on there or what have you, and it's not going to swell or get damaged. Behind the passenger side, this is a closed cabinet, so it's got a closed rod across there. This opening is for whatever you'd like to add in the future, whether it's a flat panel TV that maybe swings out or your Keurig coffee pot while you travel. But there's a quick tour of this unit that's going to head to Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me on the tour of this custom RV hauler we've created for our customers in Pennsylvania. We're just getting ready to hit the road, and I have a couple requests for you folks. We're going to be delivering this RV hauler to Pennsylvania. We love to take time to train our customers on how the unit works, loading vehicles, offloading vehicles. I think we're going to be even trying a small tractor here. We also take the time to hook up trailers and tow and just make sure that our customers are really comfortable with their rigs before we head home and start building our next one. I have a request. If you found this video interesting, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind giving me a thumbs up? Just give me one of those acknowledgements. It helps other people find our videos as well. And if you're interested in seeing some of the other custom builds that we're making over time, I invite you to subscribe. So there's a subscribe button down there and you'll get a heads up when we post new videos. The other favor I have to ask is please comment. I really like to get questions or ideas from folks that are watching. So if you see anything that caught your eye, or if you've got another unique idea that you'd like to present or questions, please post them down below in the comments section. Now I'm going to bring up some other videos here on the screen. I'll bring them up right here beside me. And I invite you to please click on those and explore a little bit more about what we do at RVH Lifestyles. And I thank you for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button.